Shalom, shalom, Israel. Getting right into it, giving all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, double honors to the apostles, elders, bishops, great millstone. Much salutation to the brothers teaching word for the hopeful election to be like Most High will. To the contrite spirits, return it back to the Most High, men, women, and children, blessings. This is, I don't know how I'm going to title this, but it's concerning the so-called white man being Esau. And it's much proof in the Bible in the way that the Holy Spirit is dealing with the prophets. Now, this is a inbred family called the Witakers. And in here, the interviewer is asking this family questions, specifically right now, this guy. And he's going to answer, because he can't talk. And inbred, they're ancestral people. They have sex with their uncles, mothers and all that, brothers and having sex with sisters and all that. Let me get that word right quick, inbred. Soft, gayish, mass feeling no, man, come on, man. Native, produced within, inherit by nature, the genetic sense in the inbreeding, breeding of animals from the same parentage. But if you look them up, you'll learn more about them. So this is the manner in which he answered, and I want to explain this.
The sandwich. So you grew up here in Odd, West Virginia, your whole life.
Now, it was a such thing as. No, I was watching the Indianapolis camp, but I'm gonna go back to them later, and I'm gonna put in donkey sound.
Well, they're in.
Donkey sound.
Of this country, man.
And that's what. Let me see. That's what basically it was. That sound. Let's see. It's a good one. See, Eddie the donkey braying. Let me get this.
Night shift, but
This proves that they the Edomites, so man, the so-called white people.
And wake up ready to go.
Sounds similar. Let me go back to it.
And your family, you lost your brother since I was here last.
Come on, right, get out on the porch.
Tell me about your brother.
Get out on the porch.
And you look up bray. Now, this is a quick, definite, loud, harsh cry of a donkey or a mule. Now, when you go read the scriptures, you could put it braid, and it's nakash. No, not slaki. Nahak.
Strong's H, 51.
Nahak.
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 Not but nahak. Acquired at the end is a ka sound. It says a primitive root to bray as an ass, scream from hunger to bray. Now, in Job, when you actually go to the scriptures, this is simple, man. Job 30:7, No, let me go to 3. It says, let me read it real quick, man. Job 31, but now they are younger than I, have me in derision, because they're spiritually younger than us. They came about through Esau, but the mark was put on them during Cain, and basically he reincarnated to Esau. He was the murder that Abel was. He was the murder that murdered Abel. Cain was, and Cain means in Hebrew is koyan, which means weapon, and Most High uses Edom as a weapon today. He's the most military mighted man on the earth. He holds the sword. That was his blessing. Esau's blessing was the sword and the dwellings of the fatness of the earth. It says, whose father I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. Yeah, that's how filthy and, grotesque and perverse they were. They'll sleep with the dogs like they've been known to do. Let the dog sit at the table like a human being. Now, it says a righteous man regarded the life of his beast, It's a different kind of care for your animal, love for your animal, not putting them on the same level as you as a human being. Even with the police, they have their dogs as, considered as real policemen, humans. And human is the colored man, by the way. The hue comes from the word hue, which means colored, and then man. So, and that goes with Adam being formed from the dust of the ground, which is brown, But it says, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing in the wilderness in former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. That's how the Most High preserved them, because he had Most High got a blueprint for their existence. They were driven from among men. They cried after them after a thief, to dwell in the clefts of the valleys and caves of the earth and in the rocks. That's why the Caucasian means cave dweller, man. That's why you see, they have a movie called Caveman. I'm telling you, you could look that up. And it's nothing but them. And they have a black man that comes out of nowhere and shit, like some devil mockery stuff, like they were first and then the black man came. No. It says, among the bushes they braid. There go that word braid right there. Meaning they were sounding like donkeys, man, just like that dude I showed you. Under the nettles they were gathered together. So what did the dark nations ran them into the caves, man. And that's why let's look at some images right quick. You're gonna see nothing but Edom. You ain't gonna see no black man as a caveman. Look, there's the actual movie. And then they had those commercials. It's so easy that a caveman can do it. And they mocking their own people, man. It's like, and they try to get away from this image. They had the Flintstones, which was a popular movie, Bedrock, and the whole Crew Pebbles and all that. Yeah, they loved that show. They that was them, the caveman. Here they are again. So they can't escape this, man. This history, this truth. There go that movie. They had the Edomite women in there. And even kind of, they showed on the Planet of the Apes, kind of in a way, but you have to You know, that's why it pops up. And the Planet of the Apes, they know who that was. You look at the outfits and all that. They know that's Jake. They got beards and everything. They call us monkeys and apes before, but they look more like them, monkeys and apes. But they know who we are. So, and here's him with a gun, Esau with a gun. I don't know if you can see it. The light is kind of in the way. And they were more on an intelligent level, the apes, and they made a movie, a reversion of it, because that was the old Planet of the Apes, but they made a reversion of it, and it was similar. It was similar. You had Avatar, which that was Jake, and the so-called white man came and ruined the land, took over the land, knocked the tree of I don't know what they called it in the movie. Represented kind of like the tree of life, and they tore that down with their machinery, with their aircrafts and other machinery that they use. And when you ask James Cameron, somebody asked James Cameron why didn't he have black people in the movie, he said, I did, they're blue. So you could clearly, see that that was our people. But you know how they paint us as savages and all that, spear chucks, which were not African. That's another lie they told. They put that lie on us about being African, spear chuckers and all that. Running butt naked in this, across the land, desert, whatever. But that's not even us, man. But that was basically, of course, the Hamites, the Africans, which is a totally different nation. But that was more closer and similar to them because they all heathens, and that's why they got a close-knit relationship with the Africans. Hamites, they're always over there, and they shake hands, but they hate the Negroes and the Latinos and Native Americans. If the so-called Native Americans and Latinos weren't our people, why are they getting not the same level of hate, but they're getting the hate similar to where they single, them out from other nations. I mean, they put them on reservations instead of giving them reparations, man. But they gave these other nations reparations. Why come they didn't give? Because they the children of Israel, and they know that. It's been in the movies and all that. Anyway, I don't want to even make this long, but yeah. This is just stuff that prove, that, and it reiterates that in Obadiah, they dwelt in the caves of the rocks. O Edom, talking about Edom, that dwelleth in the, let me see if it pops up. I won't stay on this long. Let's go to Obadiah. Clefts, it says clefts. Obadiah, the pride of thy heart deceive thee. Thou, let me get that. Let me start from the first. That it's talking about Edom. Obadiah 1:1, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Yeah, everybody know they call him the great Satan on the other side, man. And hey, even our brothers, the Native Americans, so-called, they called him what's that word they use? I know they called him paleface, but they called him something else. I forget. I have to look that up again. I'll get more into the Most High will so-called Native American history. It said, the pride of thine heart and your mind have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high. And look, mountain climbing. He's always, he's a daredevil with in skydiving. His the concrete jungle of downtown areas with the buildings, skyscrapers, and all that. The 1,776 feet new 911 towers as a memorial. He's in space. Um, so that saith in his heart, in his mind, who shall bring me down to the ground? That's America's pump. That's how they talk. Like, we'll bomb you. Nobody can touch America. We're, unbeatable. We have the greatest army and greatest missile defense, system. We have programs. We have this and that. We have technology. We have people that want to come to America and stay in America. All these other nations. Thou shalt exalt thyself as the eagle. There you go. They bird is the eagle. Look at the quarter. Look at the dollar bill. Look at, that's the Americans' pride, the eagle. And Rome, it goes back to Rome. This is the last leg of Rome. We keep telling you that. Similar, parallel things, stories, policies and all that. It says, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, yeah, he's in space and got a NASA program. Then this will I bring thee down, said the Lord. Most High got chariots up there, and his son of the Most High is coming back, Yahweh Shai, so-called black man that's for the children of Israel, elect mainly right now, and they don't think so. They set mockery, but they also set up a war for that. That's why they try to invent the greatest technology to where they feel it's untouchable, and they're untouchable. Their houses continue forever. That's what they think in their hearts, like it says in, Psalms. It says, if these came to thee, if robbers by night, how thou art cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How is hidden ways and things sought up? And that's how they are. They don't share. They're not fair. They do unjustly, unrighteous decrees, like it says in the scriptures. And Most High preserve them, like I said, and that's what they boast themselves, and they try to get away from this image, and they set this image up as a mockery, away from themselves, as if they are not these people, as if they're not the cave dwellers, but they still got Caucasian on the applications, man. And they still, some of their children still use that term, Caucasian. So now I think you would have to go dig in a deeper definition, but let me look up Caucasian and see what it says. Caucasus Mountains. It says the white race, which they are not white, they're red. That's why we could say so-called. Let's see Caucasus right quick. Middle East, the mountain, and it talks about Mount Seir too as Esau. Mount Seir. But if you put in the Caucasus Mountains, let's put that in, see if we can get some images. You're gonna see caves and rocks and I think I spelled it wrong. Code, Now, Mount Zion is a term too. And sometimes we had to flee into some caves sometime, but we didn't. That's not our dwelling. And also, a lot of times the scriptures relate to, when it relates to Israel, it relates to mountains as chariots or a big mass of land. But we're a very cultural, inherited people, so, but yeah, you know. But that's why it says cave dweller. They dwell in the caves. Um, and as you see the caveman, even with a lot of times when they depict the caveman, he got a bat, he always has a weapon, that's one of their blessings, the weapon. Yeah, he was known in history to beat their women across the head, and drag them in the cave. They'll tell you some of that. They'll show you some of that in that movie Caveman. Let's go back to the image though. See there he is with the bat, and I think in the Caveman movie, they probably got an updated one, but that was an older version. I don't know when it came out. I don't care to look that up right now, but they showed see how he's fighting the beast, animals and all that. Well, I think they had some wild dogs that protected them, or that would protect them. Yeah, cannibalism, and then once they became kind of like more in tune with the learning abilities, they would. I would assume. I'm speaking, I'm a man, just as what I've heard, but they had the dogs to protect them, so that's why they had that term, man's best friend. Dogs, that's man's best friend, and sleep with their dogs and love their dogs on that level, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's a silly movie too. But if you want to kind of check it out a little bit to see how ridiculous it was, it's a ridiculous. But it shows it shows a lot of things factual in it, you know. Um, and like I said, they got the black man in there, and he teaches that they all around a campfire, and they all discover music and the wheel and all that, and that's dumb, man. But they got movies like the Encino Man, Iceman, of course the Flintstones, like I said, guys, Geico Cavemen, uh, and then they always want to show you that human evolution chart. Like we came from monkeys. That's the most dumb thing that you can ever, like. Come on, man. How in the hell if you that dumb? How do you even develop things? Who even teaches you to become, intelligent, or to where you have knowledge and all that? Stupid ass. These people are. I don't know. I mean, yeah, man. It just seems like they're missing a few screws when it comes to common sense, especially when it comes to the Bible. You know, especially and here's another picture where they fighting beast, fighting a bear and all that. But you got the caveman depiction right here, and they're angry people. Beast-like people. Got the scraggly beard and all that. And you gonna tell me Yahweh Shai, a son of God, came and developed from this? Come on, man. He came from the heavens. Yahweh Shai, when he was here, he said, I am from the heavens above, you're from the earth, you're beneath. If you come from the heavens above, you ain't gonna start out as no fucking caveman, man. And you gonna tell me these people all of a sudden became evolutionized to where they're able to raise a whole nation of people, different kinds of people, to where, now you have religion, and now you have moralism, and now you have some godly standards. Get the fuck out of here, man. Hey, man, you believe in that evolution shit the way they teach it, your brains are missing, and that's why these devils like to experiment with us, because we don't believe in the shit that they spewing, even with their science and all that. Science is missing a few loopholes and shit, man, to where you got like, yeah, that don't make no sense, man. And as dumb as they call the Negro, or like we have less brain cells or whatever, they still are intrigued by the way we think. And by the way, how do you do that? Why they, just like the 12 chart sign and all that, prophecies and all that, dark sayings, parables and all that. Because the Most High said the wisdom of this world is foolishness with him. So that's why they try to experiment and try to, mad scientists with the brains in the jars and all that, with the splitting bodies apart and splicing and gene tampering and all that. Like, these are some fucking base-ass minded devils, man. And with, on top of that, faggotry and fucking sodomy and pedophile, and then they want to come out with lies and accusations, man. Like the Most High, the angels see you devils, man. He see you devils, and he see y'all still as cavemen. He still see y'all as the red men on the earth. You can't hide. You can't, all that dyeing in the hair and pink and purple and radical and good, rock players and, thinking you look like the son of God because you modeling yourself after this character Jesus. It goes back to Serapis. Y'all been lied to, man, and been set up for the okie-doke. Y'all been bamboozled by the Most High, by Hashem Yahushai, Yahweh Yahushai, Because really, if you want to be really real about it, get technical about it, the earth is simple, man. The trees grow, they bear fruit. The plants grow, they're used for medicine, other things. The resources on the earth, oil, gold, all that, simple. You don't have to do anything to that. You don't have to tamper with nothing. It works for itself. And Most High made it work for the earth. Shit, all you have to do, you plant some seeds, you just water it. You don't have to splice it open and all that, and try to figure out how it grows. You just plant it and it grows, man. When a man, he goes into a woman, he shoots his sperm into the woman and it makes a baby, you don't have to cut her open and figure out, well, how does this work and shit. You don't have to do that shit, but Esau will, because he don't understand the Most High. His fucking demon asses, man. Anyway, yeah, he's the red man and he's the caveman of the earth, man. And Most High, he about to go back to that state. When all this shit break down, watch how these top executives with the beard shaved, and slick hair, whatever. Watch how they look when Jacob's trouble comes. They're gonna look like cavemen again. And they're gonna be looking just like these people, man. Anyway, shalom.